Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing a best 2 out of 3 traditional Ikoria draft. Alright, the draft has fired. And we have Voracious Great Shark as our rare, which is really good. 5 mana, 5/4 flash, and you just get to counter something when it comes in. Pretty awesome. Otherwise, Porky Parrot, obviously good, mutating on Death Touch creatures. It's a strong little 2-card combo in this format. There is Call the Death Dweller, it's playable. Tactician, clearly for cycling. Same with Stinger. Mutual Destruction, I like Farfinder. A lot of good cards in here. We'll take the Great Shark and be happy. Follow up. Well, I like Giganta. Companions have gotten worse, though. It's probably still okay to take it. Another card to draw. Another chance to get Porky Parrot. There's also Dreamtail Heron, which I like. Companions definitely got worse. Quite a bit worse. And we already wouldn't be able to make this our companion because of Great Shark. I might still take it. You just play it. It's a 5 mana 5/5 that has upside. It probably is just good enough to take, regardless of whether it's the whether it's your companion or not. It's a strong card. An efficient beater that's easy to cast and helps pay for other things in a pinch. It's pretty good. Alright, so now we could take the Trumpeting Gnar. Start going towards like a blue-green mutate, which I like anyway. Otherwise, there's Rumbling Rockslide, which is removal. I actually really like the Trumpeting Gnar, though. You play it and then mutate on it. It's good. There's Blitz, some removal. Like I said, Rumbling Rockslide, some removal. But I'm going to take the mutate card. I really like mutate in this format too. Sometimes I mean, if they go unanswered, I feel like those mutate cards just really take over the game quick. So, no mutate. We can take the Triome. It fixes for the 2 colors we want to play. And maybe black on top of that. Otherwise, there's Mambo, which is a pretty good mutate target. But I might just take the Triome, fix and cycle a little bit. Not giving up anything too crazy. I mean, Snare Tactician for cycling, of course, but I don't know. I'm a little bored of cycling. It's obviously a really good deck. I don't think anybody's denying that at this point. Probably just pretty easy. Capture Sphere, a way to deal with creatures. Prickly Marmoset is good, once again, for cycling. Take the Sphere. Glimmerbell's a good mutate target. Ivy Elemental is very good. It's also a good mutate target. And I think it's good. There's a Honey Mammoth in here, a Phase Dolphin. Jungle Hollow. We'll take the Elemental. So another Sphere. We have a Heron. I kind of want to take the Heron over the second Sphere. Can win games. And we want to get our mutate on here. I think I'm going Heron over the second Sphere. I do like Sphere. But I want to fly right over top. Oh, another one. That's cool. Okay. Another Triome here. Yeah, I'm fine taking another Heron. Of One Mind. Currently no humans. Could find some. Anticipate. Something to do early. Sandworm, though, same sort of thing. I think I might like Sandworm more than Anticipate, because they both are playable on turn 2 as a cycle effect, but Sandworm can also be a finisher. Alright. Still don't really like Terran. Could take Keep Safe or Spinneret. We don't have much removal, and Spinneret is a nice combat trick. Keep Safe's probably a better sideboard card against the heavy removal decks. I could see that maybe. Get a Spinneret anyway. I think we want the Lynx. Mutate target, buys you some time. Pretty good. Hampering Snare, or we can just take the backwater. There's also a Springjaw Trap. We'll take the backwater. There's a chance we end up splashing black. We already have 2 ways to do it. 2 land fixers to do it. Here we'll just cut blue. We're not going to play the turtle, although you can mutate on it. And they are really pushing to see how far they can go with their 1-drops these days. 1 mana 0/5. Phase Dolphin makes things unblockable. I could see possibly playing that. And last pick, land. Alright. Yadaro? No, I think we're looking at you could possibly splash for Heartless Act. I could consider that, since we have the means to do it. Or we can do the Great Horn, another mutate target. I don't know if I wanna splash for a Heartless Act. It's a great removal spell. I don't know if it's worth splashing. I would almost rather splash for like rares, mythics. That makes more sense to me than a Heartless Act. I think it's reasonable to splash for a Heartless Act. I just don't know if I want to. So I'd rather do the Great Horn. We do need some 2-drops pretty desperately. We need some cheap creatures to mutate on. So hopefully we find some. Because we're getting the mutate targets, some pretty good ones, but we're going to need some help. We need like symbiotes. We need even that 1-drop 1/1 trampler that inflates, the brushing Allwag, whatever its name is. Well, we can take yet another Heron, which I guess I'm okay with. You can just play a ton of them. Still same problem as before though. We need some cheap creatures, so we're going to prioritize the cheap creatures more highly. But not black ones, because I can't splash for those. I don't think I've ever even had that many Herons before. Alright, Glimmerbell. That's what we're looking for. Glimmerbell's a good choice. Admittedly, it's not a great one. Kind of defeats the purpose of Heron a little bit, but doesn't matter. I need cheap creatures. Glimmerbell does exactly what I needed to do with our other mutate creatures too, so perfectly good pick here. Okay, well, Symbiote I think is what we're looking for. There's a Nightbonder in here too. And we do actually have Voracious Great Shark, which is kind of cool, but I'd still much rather have Symbiote. It makes much more sense with the other mutators we have, and it fulfills exactly the hole this deck needs. God, Flourishing Fox is so good. And you get a little sound effect when you play it. Okay. There's Essence Scatter. We might just want the Mentor. It's tough to deny this card. We have 3 Dreamtail Herons and a Glimmerbell. I think we gotta take the Mentor. You give stuff flying, you make them bigger. What more do you want to say? Strong card. So there's Facet Reader, which I actually like. I think it, you can't mutate on it, unfortunately, but I'm really impressed with this card. When you're getting flooded, you're pretty happy to have a Facet Reader. So I'll take it. I think it's a good one-up to play. It also is more early stuff to do, which our deck is still lacking. Well, I do love Lord Dracus. However, do we even have... Our deck is like all creatures. We actually have 0 targets for Lord Dracus, which I've never even seen before. 0 targets. Could take another Frostlynx. It's just a means to buy time. Our deck looks like it can shine in the mid to late game, so... Otherwise, we take a Sudden Spinneret. It's a cheap combat trick. I'll take the links. Glimmerbell, number 2. I really like Bonder's Enclave. I think it's a strong card. I don't think it's... We actually might still want it, although we do need 2 drops pretty badly. This card can win games too. You just draw cards. I'm going to take it. I want the 2 drops. I want them highly, but I think we're going to get enough playables, and Boulder's Enclave or Bonder's Enclave is a strong card. Take another Lynx, I guess. A lot of Frost Lynx, which is fine. Can take the Vigilance dude. Otherwise, keep safe. Did I get? I already got 1. I probably don't need. Probably don't need 2. Probably not playing Goriak though. Ah, whatever. I'll take another keep safe. Wilt, good sideboard card. We have pack 3 to fill out the rest of this deck here. Oh, we got Nightbonder back. That's cool. That's definitely making the deck. Another Wilt against those pesky pacifism Capture Sphere decks. Take the Terran. Take a Swamp. Alright. On to pack 3. So what's this Mythos do that we can actually play? Search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, shuffle your library, return up to 2 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. So basically 4 mana, search your library for a card, it's kind of cool. It's a pretty good effect. Is that what I want though? We could try it. We can do it. The problem is mono green version of it sucks. Like, it just puts a card in your graveyard. Oh, wait, no, the mono... Never mind. I read it wrong. The mono green version returns the 2 permanent cards. The other version lets you get any card from your... Okay, we'll try it. Can take the Trumpeting Gnar here. We've got Fertilids for days. I'm not even convinced I'll play Mythos, but we'll consider it. Trumpeting Gnar... Number 2, we'll take it. We need some ramp. I guess I could have gotten that Fertilid, but Fertilid's not fast ramp either. I'm just surprised we haven't seen any Humble Naturalists. Now that I've said it, it'll be in this pack. Alright, Glimmerbell, the chance again to take it. Mystic Subdual is pretty good. Especially given that we don't have much in the removal department at all. But we only have 2 2-drop creatures we can actually mutate onto. Just a bit of a problem. I might want the Subdual. We're so light on removal. Gust of Wind, we have enough flyers to make that useful. Lead the Stampede's kind of cool too, some card advantage. Skybonder, some evasion. Particularly good because we have quite a few flyers, but that's the same argument for Gust of Wind. Neutralize. You know, I haven't played it yet. I do think it's good. Otherwise, Thieving Otter, pretty excellent with the Dreamtail Herons. But I kind of want to try and neutralize. I feel like in all these drafts I haven't even gotten to play it yet. So we probably have enough to do of one mind, but I'm going to take another Subdual. Because we can fly over top too, which makes this even better, I think. Capture Sphere number 2, we'll take it. Hopefully get one of those Glimmerbells back. I think it's totally possible. Can take the Wolf Bear. We have some cheap humans. Could be useful. We'll see if it makes the deck. Let's see here. Frostveil Ambush. Fully grown. I can take the fully grown. Alright, we got the Fertilid, which is nice. We'll take that. Got the Glimmer Bell back. Also good news. Take a Boar. Probably not playing. None of these cards matter. Take the best one. Alright. Okay. Let's get this deck squared away, shall we? So for now, we'll take out the lands. We have a ton of creatures, 22, so we can easily cut some creatures here. If we cut 7 creatures, we have a deck. So let's cut our weakest 7 creatures. Probably don't need the Sandworm, especially since we don't have much ramp, just the Fertilid. You can still cycle it on turn 2, which is true, but it's probably one of our weaker creatures. How many humans do we have for Wolfbear? Wolfbear is still a 4-mana 4/4 too, which is pretty good. We basically just have a Nightbonder, a Facet Reader, and a Mentor. So maybe we don't need the Wolfbear. These are 4-drops too. We're going to try the Mythos with the Backwater and the Triome, the Enclave, and maybe one. We could maybe do one Swamp. Also helps cast Nightbonder. Maybe do one Swamp. Maybe cut the Phase Dolphin. It does help us push damage through, but a lot of our stuff has flying already, so I don't think we need it. And the links, like I said, I think these are kind of important for us because we're removal light, so keeping stuff tapped helps us tempo our way to a victory here, I think. 4 more creatures. I could cut the Nightbonder. It does make our Great Shark cheaper, but I think that's it. No, it makes Capture Spheres cheaper too, doesn't it? Yeah, that's pretty good. And can't be countered. I didn't remember the can't be countered clause. That's pretty good. Yeah, Capture Spheres for 3 mana is pretty nice. Alright. This is a 3-drop. Maybe we don't need 3 Lynxes. I'm just looking for things to cut, okay? Hmm. So I gotta cut 3 more creatures, huh? Jeez. I don't want to cut the Lynxes, but I'm kind of feeling cutting the Lynxes. I like that you can mutate on them, though. But I'd rather have Fertilid. I don't want to cut the Facet Reader. I know that's an option on the table, but I've found it to be pretty valuable as a one-off. I might cut the Lynxes. I don't want to, but we're at that point where it's a tough. We're down to some tough choices here. These also are just 3 mana 3/3s that you mutate onto and you're super happy about. Like Trumpeting Narn, mutate on a Heron, spit out a 3/3 draw card. Like that alone just takes the game over. I have no idea what to cut. It sadly might be Facet Reader or Nightbonder. Facet Reader might actually be more useful than Nightbonder, even with 2 Capture Spheres and a Great Shark. Like, I like reducing the cost of them, and they can't be countered, which is cool, but you can't mutate on it. You can't mutate on Facet Reader either. The mana is easier for Facet Reader, and in, like, stalled board state, I'm going to be much happier to have a Facet Reader than a Nightbonder. Wow. That was tough. All right. How many things work with Bonder's Enclave? Let's see. We've got not as many as I'd like, but enough where I'm still going to play it. Let's do the Enclave, the Triome, the Backwater. We basically have Great Shark, Wellspring. If we have a Symbiote out, we can get that 4 power. So mostly blue. And we already have 2 blue sources. We want 1 black source for Mythos that we can find with Fertilid. What am I even searching up with Mythos? Which card am I searching up that I want to put in my hand? Because this only works with permanents. So I can find a Capture Sphere. That's useful. I can find any creature. So maybe like a Great Shark. If I have 9 mana at my disposal, I can get it and have a counter up. I can find a Heron to fly over top. I mean, there's enough options where I'm willing to give it a chance, I guess. All right, so we want more blue than green. We have 14, so we can do 7, 6, 1. 7 of these, 6 green, and 1 black. So this is 9 blue, 7 green, 1, 2, 3, 4 black with Fertilid. Alright. Okay. I'm satisfied, I guess. It's an interesting deck. It's got some cool stuff going for it. Removal is a little bit odd, but I think it's got enough goodies where we could take some games over Trumpeting Narn into Dreamtail Heron. I think that can win some games. So, alright, let's try it. We'll see you round 1. Okay, we're in round 1. We're going to play first, and we get to keep. So I think we'll start with the Triome. Mythos is admittedly a little bit underwhelming in the opener, but that's okay, actually. It'll still work. Alright. Well, I can cast Mythos next turn, and it's actually pretty good. Can also leave up Neutralize. Probably do that. Just because I have the resources to do it, basically. So we'll counter that. So then we can do Mythos with the blue and the blue and the black. So pay with this. So what do we want to put in our yard? Probably Voracious Great Shark. And then we'll return our 2 creatures. Tail Heron's a good one. Let's do Symbiote plus Heron. Put this over top. Oh, that's cool. So now we can do Enclave too. Alright. I think we can discard probably a fully grown. Alright, that's cool. That's actually really good. So we can do Glimmerbell and leave up Voracious Great Shark. And as well as Bonder's Enclave. I don't know if I have to counter that. So we can draw now, start getting some card advantage. Sure. Oh, that's cool. So if I bounce this, we can recast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we just pass. I can Mystic Subdual that and block it. And then I can Voracious Great Shark, whatever else they cast here. So we'll subdual that. Interesting. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So mutate this. Put it under. I guess it doesn't matter. Ramp. Draw. Pump. Get in for 5. And pass. So we'll counter that. We'll land. And fertilid. Pass. Sure. So we'll activate this. And I guess we can use this. Oh, that's cool. So, so we got game 1. That's cool. Got a lot of value out of it. Did we see a lot of artifacts and enchantments? Not that I can recall. Didn't see a lot of removal either. They had a double strike trick. Trying to think of it. It was a bunch of just mutate creatures and symbiote and stuff. So it's a similar plan to what we're doing. They seem to have a little more emphasis on black for the menace and stuff like that. Double Mystic Subdual and double Capture Sphere is going to be particularly helpful with that. The Lynxes would help, but I think we'll stick to the same plan. I can't think of artifacts and enchantments. Keep Safe is good against removal, but I can't. They have Fire Prophecy. That was the only removal spell I saw. So we'll stick with it here. Yeah, this is good. This is a really good hand. This is what we're looking for. Trumpeting Gnar and Dreamtail Heron mutate. Brushwag, that's what we were looking for. Alright, Facet Reader's a good draw. I'm okay with that. So now we can go Gnar. Hopefully start mutating onto it. Spitting out 3/3s. They have the mana to pump, so we definitely don't block. And if the best play they have is to pump, that's a good sign too. Good. Very good. Alright. So now we mutate, spit out a 3/3, put this over, draw, get in. Next turn we can Heron again, draw 2, spit out another 3/3. Or we can play Giganta. I mean, both of those options are good. Chittering Harvester. Alright. We'll sack this. Alright, so let's mutate again. Draw 2. Alright. Alright, so we'll go land. It's got trample and death touch, so six. Basically we have to play these. Well, we don't have to. Well, I think we do actually have to. So we play these two, double block to not die, go to 1. Find a capture sphere, hope they have a dead draw. Or they find another mutate. Alright. We'll go to the next game here. Let's see. Anything we want to do different? No, we basically just needed 1 Mystic Subdual or 1 capture sphere and it would have been perfectly fine. So I think we have the tools to win this. We just have to see them. Alright, we'll play first. Keep this. Alright. Play the backwater. Alright. I'm going to capture sphere it just because we're going to be occupied here for a little bit, so. Alright. So I don't have 2 green. I see. Alright, well, we can play the Heron. And I guess if they want to keep mutating on it, that's alright. So, in response to a mutate, we can Mystic Subdual the Great Horn. I mean, I can protect my life total by doing Mystic Subdual, I suppose. It also eliminates this as a target for mutate, which I was going to do anyway. He can still mutate on this, but I don't know. I guess I should have let it resolve first. That was a mistake. Let's do this. If I'd let it resolve first, it definitely would have been better. Let's draw a couple cards. There, that's good. So, play the Trumpeting Gnar here. I kind of want to do it next turn, though. Because I want to mutate and draw 2. But that does... I see the risk that puts me in. Because of the Chittering Harvester. Maybe I should have just attacked. I'm going to cast this now. My thoughts are that I can get more card advantage than my opponent here. I do have to worry about that Blister Spit Gremlin, but the Harvester too. It's just I don't want to lose. I don't want to put 3. Well, basically I would have had to not lose anything this turn in order for, yeah, like this basically. So it actually did work out casting the Trumpeting Gnar. Alright. That's good. So let's do Mythos. Paying with that. And get back another Heron. I could draw 3 off Heron. Get the Great Shark too, though. What do I want to put in my yard? The capture sphere or the great shark? I can't cast the great shark, so it's a little less good. Maybe the gnar. I can't do that either. I want to gain life too. I think we'll put the gnar in the yard. And then, oh, I already had one. Jeez. Let's do this and this. And that way I can play the land, do this. I think this was the right play. Well, they got something they needed there. We're still okay, despite them having that. Surprisingly, still okay. Alright, how many cards? We got 19 cards, so we'll do Symbiote. We're gonna do the Heron. Sure. Mutate, do that. Get some life. Suppose we can cycle the Triome. Make this a 10-10. I think we have a fully grown in our deck too. Alright, cool. Got the match. Got there. We'll see you in round 2. Alright, we're in round 2 here. This is a keep. It's a good draw. Prickly Marmoset. Well, I wish I could counter that. There, I'll neutralize that. We're gonna have our mana occupied for a little bit anyway. Oh, well, Capture Sphere is pretty useful. Let's cast the Great Horn this turn. I do need to get an actual threat on the board at some point. Alright. So now we'll leave up the Great Shark and the Capture Sphere. So if they attack and don't play anything, we'll Capture Sphere. If they attack and do play something, we'll Great Shark. It's a pretty unexciting one, admittedly. I think I'd rather Capture Sphere the Marmoset. Which is fine. Which means we'll move to phase, play Giganta. Which can randomly help pay for Great Shark next turn, also kind of useful. Another Capture Sphere, that's nice. Alright. So 6 mana. Alright. I think we're going to Capture Sphere the Marmoset. Okay. So what are we up to now? 7? Alright, I'm just gonna cast it. Alright, no rush. Okay. Thinking they have the Lurking Deadeye, so I'm gonna subdual this. I'm still gonna avoid the Lurking Deadeye, so I'm not gonna attack. I want to fly over top of it. Fully grown. Well, it's kind of cool. It's just not quite what I'm looking for. Maybe that's all it was. Alright. Well, that's cool. Got 6 mana, so enough to do this and still fully grown. All right. I guess they have enough to sacrifice 4 dudes. Is that right? Close one. Literally 1 turn. So if I hadn't played around the Lurking Deadeye, they still would have had the 2 creatures from chump blocking. Tough one. Unfortunate loss. Do I want to bring in Wilt? Probably, since we just lost to Weaponize the Monsters. Maybe I cut a Gust for it. Okay. Keep Safe looks pretty good too, actually. Multiple Rumbling Rock Slides. Alright. Oops, not that one. Bring in the Keep Safe. Cut. Maybe a fully grown. Alright. Let's try that. Alright, we'll play first. We'll keep this. It was a good draw. Well, that's too bad. Ooh. I want to keep my guys safe. Hopefully they don't have the Rumbling Rock Slide right now. Because it doesn't matter. I just cannot keep my guys safe. So now if I can draw land, I can keep it safe and mutate, which is pretty good. Oh, I just have to deal with a Quartzwood Crasher? Cool, no problem. Just, you know, just a mythic that... Actually, not a mythic. Not a mythic. Developers, why? Why would you not make that a mythic? The deck is just chock full of removal too. I gotta hope they don't have removal. I don't know what to say. I obviously can't. That's the problem with Quartzwood Crasher. You can't take one hit from it or you just lose. But it's a rare, not a mythic. Alright. Well, the good news. The good news is we can mutate and still keep safe. Alright, that's actually good. Now we can deal with the Crasher. Oh no. Hopefully it's removal and not a pump. Alright, that I can tolerate. That's not a spell. We gotta dig for gas now. All right. All right, that's good. That is good. That's not what we wanted to see. And what do you know? He still has the mana to cast it too. Well, that's a good, important draw right now. Let's activate this. Get rid of this. Cast this. And pass. So I could do keep safe. And then I probably have to, and then I can triple block the Crasher if he attacks with it. Alright. gets to kill 2 of our guys too, which is not cool, but just dealt a billion damage. So I'm subduing this, and I can double block that. Okay, so let's use Facet Reader. Guess I can attack. Every time. Every time. He has the mana, so I'm just gonna let him do it. Alright, I'll see you in the final round. Alright, we'll play first. That's good. Good draw there. So now we just go Heron over, pump, draw. Alright, subdual. So we'll fully grown this, and we're gonna subdue the Thundermane, I guess. So, maybe a cycling deck, 3 color. I'm not sure. Artifacts and enchantments, not that we've seen yet. Tempo, I mean, would be good, but I like the way we're geared better, I think. They could be pretty quick, so maybe something like Mythos is too slow. I could see an argument for that. And then we wouldn't need the black mana. But I kind of like having the... I don't know. I kind of like having the Mythos effect. It's good card advantage. I feel like we're still staying busy early, so I shouldn't have to worry about one card being a little bit too slow. Yeah, it's a keep. That was a good draw. So Symbiote into Gnar into Greathorn. I like that. All right. So now we can Greathorn. Guess get our black mana. Get a 4-power creature. Gain some life. Oh, I already had our black mana. Should have gotten a blue. That's okay. All right. Oh, neutralize. Well, that's cool. I think we'll just pass. Leave up neutralize, leave up Bonder's Enclave. Alright, so now we can go Glimmerbell, Gust, draw, get in. So we can attack fully grown. They probably will think I don't know that it has reach maybe. So it'll all work out. Alright. I'm okay with that. Play probably another Glimmerbell actually. And then next turn capture Sphere. Alright. So ended up going 2-1. I really liked our deck a lot. We got rocked by Weaponize the Masters, Weaponize the Monsters 2 games in a row pretty much, but it's okay. The deck was good. Played well, was fun. I feel like I'm starting to get a better grasp on this format too, which is cool. And there are plenty of archetypes available that are not cycling, so you don't have to play cycling. And in fact, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've played a ton of matches and really have not played cycling in a while. I think people are just super bored of it. Like, obviously it's a good deck, but if you draft this format all the time, do you really just want to be bored all the time? Basically, are you playing the game to be bored? If so, that's sad. That's really, really sad. I mean, if you're playing to get loot or whatever, you might as well just play constructed. why spoil yourself or burn yourself out just playing cycling nonstop? All right, thanks for tuning in, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun deck. We'll see you for the next one.